A train ride turned into chaos. The real story behind the Huntingdon stabbings, and the secret that authorities are still investigating. Stay with us to find out what really happened at the end. Imagine stepping onto a train for a normal Saturday evening ride, only to find yourself trapped with a knife-wielding man attacking passengers at random. Screams, panic, blood everywhere, and one brave worker stepping forward to stop the carnage. But why did this happen? And what's the chilling truth investigators uncovered hours before the train attack even began? Comment below. Would you step in to stop an attacker like that? Don't forget to subscribe, because what we reveal at the end may completely change how you see this story. The shocking double attack that shook Britain. A man identified as Anthony Williams, age 32, appeared in court facing 11 counts of attempted murder after carrying out 2 violent knife attacks within just a few hours, one in London and the other on a Cambridgeshire train heading to London King's Cross. The attacks happened on Saturday evening, November 1st, 2025, sending shockwaves through both local communities and the entire nation. According to the British Transport Police, BTP, and the Metropolitan Police, Williams, who has no fixed address, also faces charges of possession of a bladed article and actual bodily harm. Investigators have confirmed this was not a terrorist attack, but the motive remains unclear. How the night of terror unfolded. The first incident happened hours earlier in East London at Pontoon Dock DLR station, where a man was stabbed in the face. That attack, at the time, was being treated as an isolated case. But just hours later, everything escalated. At around 7:42 p.m., passengers on the London North Eastern Railway, LNER, service from Doncaster to King's Cross suddenly found themselves under attack. Witnesses say the suspect, holding what looked like a kitchen knife, began stabbing people inside the train carriages. Terrified passengers tried to flee, some rushing toward the next carriage, others desperately hitting emergency alarms. One passenger told the BBC, "He's gone for me," and there was a tussle. "My hand was sliced as I tried to push him away." Amid the chaos, a train worker, who has since been hailed as a hero, intervened to protect others. That brave man is now in critical but stable condition in hospital. Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander praised his actions, saying, "He put himself in harm's way, and there are people alive today who wouldn't be alive had it not been for his actions." The police response. The train was immediately diverted to Huntingdon Station in Cambridgeshire, where armed police stormed on board. Within 8 minutes of the first emergency call, officers had restrained and arrested the suspect. A second man, age 35, was also detained but later released after police confirmed he was not involved. Officers later confirmed the suspect acted alone, and the investigation quickly ruled out terrorism as a motive. What was behind the attacks? Authorities are still piecing together the full timeline. However, what we know so far points to a pattern of escalating violence. Earlier in the day, Williams allegedly attacked a man in London, leaving him with facial injuries. Hours later, he boarded the LNER train, carrying a knife concealed in his clothing. Witnesses described his behavior as cold, mechanical, and unpredictable. Police are exploring several possible explanations: mental health deterioration or a sudden psychotic episode, unresolved criminal or personal conflicts linked to earlier incidents in London, drug-related psychosis, something investigators are now testing for. One senior officer told the BBC that early reports suggest Williams had been involved in a separate altercation in Peterborough just days earlier. How the attack was stopped. This could have been far worse. Here's how quick thinking and courage saved lives. Rail staff immediately triggered emergency alarms and notified police. The train driver diverted the train to the nearest safe stop, Huntingdon Station, where armed officers were waiting. Passengers were evacuated and medics rushed on board. The attacker was subdued with a taser and physical restraint before being taken into custody. British Transport Police confirmed that without the swift actions of both staff and passengers, the number of victims could have been catastrophic. The aftermath and investigation. Authorities have now confirmed 11 people were injured, several seriously. One heroic staff member remains hospitalized but is stable. Counterterrorism police initially assisted but later confirmed no terrorist connections. Forensic teams are reviewing CCTV footage and eyewitness accounts from both London and Cambridgeshire to establish motive. Officials have promised a review of train security measures, including random bag checks and increased officer presence on key routes. Lessons learned, and what comes next. Knife attacks have become a growing concern across the UK. This incident has reignited debates over the effectiveness of current knife crime legislation, the lack of mental health intervention for high-risk individuals, the urgent need for improved surveillance on public transport. Transport Secretary Alexander has called for new safety protocols and public awareness campaigns to help passengers recognize early warning signs of violent behavior. As police continue to investigate what drove Anthony Williams to unleash this violence, one unanswered question remains. Was there a missed opportunity to stop him before he boarded that train? Stay tuned, because what investigators discovered in the hours leading up to the attack might just reveal the real reason behind Britain's most shocking train stabbing in years. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it, life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support.